Okay, so not only can we make specific edits in the dope sheet, we can get even more broad as well. Now, if we have take both the cube and the sphere, and let's do some, let's just put them in some different positions around, so on and so forth, right? And then now over here, this time let's use the I key and then all channels. So even though I only have the cube selected, now I've got keyframes for both the cube and the sphere, right? So they both move to that position, all right? And also every time we add something, like if I want to put keyframes, let's say on the camera, and I start here at the beginning, and we got a keyframe on the camera, now the camera action has been added, right? So now I'm getting even broader. I've got more things in my scene that are being animated, and say I want to just push this guy in, bring it up a little bit, push it in, and then location and rotation again. And so now I've got the camera as a part of the whole deal, right? So now I could make broad strokes across those if I wanted to, right? So we just move all these somewhere else and come over here and all channels. And so now I've just animated everything, right, like that, right? So that's how that works in the dope sheet. Further things we can do is, for example, let's just make a new scene here and start with the cube again, all right, and then go to the animation layout, and let's just say that I have this cube here, and I just want to start off with location and rotation. Well, sometimes you might want to just go to another frame and create the same keyframe, or you could just simply Shift D and duplicate, and now you've created a keyframe over there, and then you want to come back into the middle and make an animation like that. And so we can come over here and with the cube selected, just all channels or only selected channels. In this case we'll just use active group. Oops, got to select that first, and then active group, and then we'll make those keyframes. Alright, and so again, you can drag things around inside here. If you open this up, you can drag specific channels around. You could take and duplicate specific channels, like I could take these and Shift D and duplicate these over there, right? So now there's no rotation on it, but if I did come back to here, let's say I go here, find that keyframe there like that, and then now I rotate it. See, I'm kind of doing this backwards, right? So I'm going to actually come over here and select all these, and now I'm going to hit keyframes for only selected channels, and that would be those rotation channels. So now it changed the rotation for there, and then it's coming back over here to where it was, right? See, no rotation, right? So it didn't have rotation, now it does, and now it doesn't. Right? So that's kind of a backwards way, and a lot of times you want to do that. You want to start off with a target, and so maybe depending on what you want to accomplish in the animation, duplicating frames sometimes is one option. Okay? So as we get into the graph editor, we can get more specific, but at the same time we can still add keyframes within the graph editor using the I key. Right, so we can still make these broad strokes. There's all channels, so we could come over here and let's just do it this way. Let's go action editor, and I'm just going to delete that action, and that lets me start on a clean slate. Okay, so I will go location rotation, and then come back to here, and then in the graph editor I will go only selected channels, all channels, right? So I'm going to choose all channels, right? And then now I have these keyframes here, and so I'm going to go somewhere in between here and just pull it up, and then again all channels, and now I have some animation in there, right? Okay, and so there's a few other options in the graph editor that I want to get into. It gets kind of fun now that we get down here. We can do a lot more with our animation.